You won't believe it, but the Dell here is not the Dell who was investigating. They might as well be identical twins with a sibling rivalry. Is the director actually onto something? Ellis tried to explain this Dell was totally different from the one who brought him here. There's definitely a mix-up, but Montes asserted, this is Damien's dad, Dell. Ellis was thrown off. Certainly, he realized it might have been a masterfully crafted scam to cart him off to the loony bin. He wanted to protest, but it was too late. Under the director's orders, he was taken to the mysterious treatment room. After waking up, Ellis exclaimed to the doctor, this is definitely my husband's grand scheme to rob me blind. Only her husband could manipulate the press. So, the supervisor and Montes decided to help Ellis escape, pretending Dell was someone else. But until they had solid proof, the director's treatments felt a bit overboard. There had to be some hidden secret here. The director might be part of this conspiracy, and Ellis thought, just check my bank account, and the truth will rise like a phoenix. If the money's gone, it's her husband. If not, well, she might just be bonkers. Seeing Ellie's firm stance, Montes and the supervisor decided to risk it all and uncover the truth for her. So, the supervisor went to the precinct to report a patient was set up by her husband. But seriously, who's gonna take a report seriously from someone that seems a bit loony? So, the sheriff sent the supervisor packing pretty quickly. But just in case, he had a buddy check it out. Meanwhile, Monty snuck into the director's office to see if there were any suspicious cash flows happening. Little did he know he was caught red-handed by the director. But hey, he did uncover a key clue. He found out Ellie's husband paid 20 times the normal rate for her stay. And the check bore the director's name clearly. Something smelly was going on here. The director defended himself, claiming it was to ease the hospital's finances. And he claimed the money was already transferred. If you doubt it, check with finance. Montes thought anyone paying that much all at once must have gotten some dog promise in return. Yet the director denied all of that, reiterating that Ellis' admission was done by the book. The director quizzed Montes on where Ellis was taken, and Montes reluctantly spilled the beans. But when the director arrived, he found Ellis was MIA and realized she was plotting her escape. So, he immediately alerted all staff for a thorough search of the premises to hunt down Ellis. However, after a sweeping search, they could not catch a glimpse of Ellis. Soon night fell, and Montes got a call from the supervisor, who admitted stealing Ellis' key from the hospital storage. The supervisor revealed that Ellie's house had been empty for ages, indicating that her husband had already done a runner. Meanwhile, Ellie's was quietly in another room, spreading flammable liquid everywhere, ready to create some chaos. Then she borrowed a lighter and set the whole room ablaze, planning to make her escape amid the mayhem. But going solo wasn't enough, so she arranged everything beforehand, using the chaos to have heads and take out the guards. When the hospital went up in flames, it certainly caused panic among the patients. When the moment was ripe, Ellis disguised herself as staff to make her way to the exit, only to run into a surprise visit from the coroner. Turns out, a patient named Romulo had been brutally stabbed. And to make it worse, he thought Ellis was. Upon hearing the news, Ellis totally lost it, feeling like she had indirectly caused Romulo's death. If it weren't for the ruckus she created, Romulo might still be alive. With that thought, she abandoned her chance to escape. Instead, she decided to knock out the coroner to find out who killed Romulo. However, the director and sheriff soon found the knocked-out coroner, linking it to missing Ellis after the fire. The director suddenly had a light bulb moment, and sure enough, when they arrived at the morgue, there Ellis was sitting, but when she saw the sheriff and director, Ellis was surprisingly calm, even saying the sheriff could arrest her if he liked. But she had some conditions. The sheriff needed to hear her findings from the post-mortem. She revealed the corpse has knife wounds, a cave chest, and several broken bones. The only explanation? The body must have been crushed by something heavy. The sheriff questioned, but there were no heavy objects in the room. That's when Ellis mentioned Louis' death. Hearing about another death, the sheriff looked puzzled at the director, who explained it was just an accident. But Ellis firmly insisted that all the alibi given that day were completely fabricated. It was only at this moment that she truly realized the truth behind it all. How to escape the mental hospital. After this, the sheriff knew she was kidnapped. But the director coldly retorted, Ellie's voluntarily admitted herself all fabrications.